Morning people, how you doing? Game day. Arsenal away, where we've got an awful record if you remember. I don't think we've scored a goal there for 2014 I think I read. I might be wrong on that, please do let me know in the comments below. Roads are fairly quiet. All the kids up here are still off school, which makes the roads nice and early. I'm heading down early basically because I'm an hour away from my hotel because I've got to get, as you know, people who watch the vlog, especially going into London, and never ever take my car directly into London because it's an absolute nightmare. So I normally jump on the tube, so that's what I'll be doing. But I do have free parking in my hotel, which is not always handy. So I'm staying at a good old Travelodge tonight. But it's just myself on my own once again, playing my little violin. I would love some company from the NFTV boys, but I think I'll have that for Sheffield Wednesday away potentially. But as I go back to the matter in hand, Arsenal and the two informed sides clash. The two surprise informed sides, a lot of people would say, because not many people would have Arsenal 7 points clear at the top of the league, and not many people would have us sitting in third place either. So it's an interesting battle for both sides to see how far Newcastle have come this season. Of course, we couldn't put with chances away against Leeds, which was very, very disappointing. I expect a change up top in Callum Wilson coming in up top, I really do. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a change with Alan Saint-Maximin coming in. And then I think for the weekend game, I think he'll rotate. But as I say, we've got an awful record there. We only ever won at the Emirates since the move from Highbury once, and that was an Andy Carroll header when we won 1-0. I mean, that goes back like to the Pardew era, I think it was. So that shows you how poor our record is. A goal every time. Every time I get into the Emirates as well. I don't know if you've recognised this. That it always seems to be a nighttime game. It's always on, it's a Tuesday night, but it's always normally like a Monday night, and we always get beat 1-0 or 2-0. And then it's just an absolute nightmare to get out of the Emirates because it's a large capacity. I don't think the public transport's great around that area. I mean, I've already checked out how I'm meant to get back to my hotel. I think it's going to take us an hour after full time, and that's if it's quiet. So I've got the match reaction come out as well, but probably the vlog and the last word will go out quite late, probably into the night. You're probably talking like 1 AM or something like daft like that. But as I say, it's a good test for us. It's a good test for Arsenal as well. Don't be thinking, because the mentality's got to start changing. Don't be thinking, oh, we've got to watch out for Martinelli or Odegaard or whatever. Arsenal have got to look at Newcastle and think, Christ, this is a team that beat us last season, battered us and stopped us getting in the Champions League, if you remember, in St James's Park when we won 2-0 that night. So we can go toe-to-toe. Arsenal have a lot of young talent. Arteta's doing a fantastic job. But Arsenal have got to look at us and think, you know what, there's a danger, there's a danger, there's a danger. Kieran Trippier, we've got to stop the supply. He creates on average 8 chances per game. 8 chances, splitting chances for them are normally successful with 50% ratio. And he's got the most assists this season with 4. Tell that beat doing me research, can't you? And so you got to stop the threat there. Miggy on that right hand side is sensational. The left hand side, as I say, I would like to say Alan Saint-Maximin start. I just don't think Joe Linton's getting the best out of him there. I want to see Joe Linton back in centre midfield, please. That would be nice. And who else you want to look at? Bruno, of course. He'll be up for the challenge. He'll want to put a performance again against the side that's right to sign him because he picked us, as the song goes. And then Callum Wilson, of course, back up top. I think will be. So a lot of runs into channels, holding the ball up. And he had Gabriel's life, didn't he, in the home fixture when we won 2-0. So more of that again. Our defence is the best. So the defence, the back four, and the goalkeeper against an Arsenal side that are top of the league. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Then you look at Arsenal, Odegaard's like there's always been talent there when he was a 15-year-old, and then he was snatched up by Real Madrid, and he's had a couple of loan spells, and then Arsenal have made that permanent. So he's the guy that dictates it a lot of the time. Martinelli's a talent. We know Saka. I think he's got 6 Premier League goals as well this season, so he'll probably play on the right hand side. So Dan Burn might be up for a little bit of a difficult afternoon. But then again, on the flip side, I do want ESM to start, but is he going to track back and help Dan Burn out? So, or do you bring him off the bench? Personally, I would still start him. I'll still take that risk. I think he's better going forward than Joe Litton on that side. Joe Willock will want to impress, of course, against his boyhood club where he spent many a year at the Gooners. So in centre midfield, if you're a betting man and he starts, what's the chances of him scoring at least? That's probably high, isn't it? But it's going to be an interesting one under the lights. Geordie boys will be making all the atmosphere. Let's see if the Emirates has that reputation of, because I heard that the atmosphere was pumped up the last home game. Well, let's see if they can continue that tonight, or will it be a ghost town? So we'll have to see on that. As I say, plenty of videos later on today. I've got the match reaction and then those 2 late videos, because it'll take us a nightmare to get back to my hotel. Can't take a laptop in, so I would have probably edited on the way up, because I'm getting the train back to, tube, train, whatever, back to the hotel. But if you can drop us a like on the video, give us your score predictions, please, in the comments below, and I shall see you later on tonight. Ta-da, everyone. Bye-bye.